Welcome to the exciting and new mini podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Brian.
And I'm Dave.
Welcome,
Dave is back.
Glutton for punishment.
I was really worried that my voice was going to like crack because the last podcast
Well, I was
we
nervous
did-
that time saying it because I was looking at you and you were looking at me as I was
like-
talking. I was like, why is he staring at me?
Oh my god! I had just been talking too. I was like, man, it's gonna crack. I gotta get the old.
Yeah, because you did have a crack, I think, last week, right?
Yes.
It's like his third crack.
I don't know why.
I'm going to tell you something I watched this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got
What
the,
are you doing?
I watched The Joke Man. It's called The Joke Man. Can
Is
you
that
tell me who
Jackie
is?
Martling?
That is exactly who it's about. Jackie, the Joke Man Martling. Documentary.
Okay. What's this on?
It's to buy. I bought it.
Video on demand kind of
Yeah, it was
thing.
$12 bucks. I said I had like $8 in change on an Apple card, so I just had to pay $4 for it. So I bought it.
And is it like just like a hour and a half kind of documentary,
about
or
an hour and 20 minutes
Okay.
roughly? And it's like there's no big names from the Howard Stern show. You're going to see people like Artie. Who did I say? Grillo was in there.
Shuley,
No, Shuley.
KC?
No, Casey.
I'm just thinking of people that are
I'm
not
trying
on
to
the
think of
show
the other guy.
anymore.
There was one other guy that they showed a lot. Stuttering John.
Southern John.
Yeah,
Oh my
they talked to
God.
Cumia. Anthony Cumia was in
Okay.
there. Opie was in there for a little bit.
Interesting.
So they talked.
Any
to him.
non-radio people?
Yeah, some of his family, his friends. Yeah,
I'm just wondering, like, what kind of
but some of his
people
family
wanna
and
do a
friends, some Long
documentary on
Island
Jackie.
people.
Did he die?
Yeah,
No,
say,
it's
is he
just,
dead?
it's just a new documentary.
Just a documentary out. I guess he got it out while he was still alive. You know,
I mean, he's got to be like 75.
he's in his mid to 75. Yeah, I think around 75-ish. But he's still performing. I don't know how often, but I mean, I think he performs a lot in Long Island, just around where he lives. But it was a good documentary. I recommend it.
I'm a big fan of Artie, but the best years of Howard Stern were the Jackie years.
I thought I heard that somewhere.
I said that the other day.
He said that in the car last night. It was good.
Michelle and I saw Jackie at Club Benet in 1990.
Club Benet. I remember that. I didn't see Jackie there, but I saw somebody there. I can't remember who. Speaking of shows,
You ever see
who's
Jackie?
coming up at the Broken Goblet? It's over in
Broken
Ben
Goblet.
Salem, PA.
It sounds like a Harry Potter kind of thing.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
August 11th. It's the Life of Agony 30th anniversary River Runs Red tour. Guess who's opening? Sick
Here.
of It All.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That's
for
great.
like 25 and change. It's like $28.
Where is this at?
Ben Salem.
And what day of the week is that?
It's
11th?
a Friday.
The day before we're doing Jedi.
What's the band?
Life of Agony.
Life of Agony, man. Their album, River Run
The other
Red,
band I really
is...
is Sick of It All.
And Second of All, it's great too, but River Run
Life
Red
of Agony,
is-
though, the singer
is transgender.
transgender. She's now a woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which really explains the album River Runs Red, because it is a growing, it's a teenager just going through tons of shit.
Yeah.
When I was 22 listening to that album, I was like, what the fuck's this guy's problem?
But it was fun.
Now
It
I
was decent- It was a
understand.
decent album, but yeah, so they're coming to the Broken Goblet if you want to go.
Oh, Broken Goblet sounds cool, though. Do they have butterbeer?
I'm guessing that's a Harry Potter thing.
Yes.
I had that at Universal.
Universal,
Yeah.
Well, what did you watch?
Oh, well, the other day, I don't know how I got down the rabbit hole of
Love rabbit holes.
World War II movies.
Love World
but
War II movies.
I did a spreadsheet at work.
Love
It's
spreadsheets.
a little slow. And so I did 3 different websites, top 25 World War II movies, and just put them in the spreadsheet and whose was on all 3 and all that kind of shit. So it's like, all right, I'm going to start watching all these. I mean, some of them are Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, Bridge on River Kwai, things I've always seen. But the top one for all 3
Platoon?
was The Great Escape. No, Platoon is Vietnam. But
Well, I thought you said, you
World
only
War
said
II,
World War
just
II?
World
I thought
War
you
II,
said-
yeah, no, just World War II.
I thought you said war movies.
So I'd never seen The Great Escape. I don't know if anybody here has ever seen The Great Escape. Kelly's
Who's in
Heroes.
that? Is that
was
Steve
in it.
McQueen?
Steve McQueen is the star. James Gardner.
I think I've seen that.
Richard Attenborough. Someone else. Oh, James Corbin.
You know, everybody that listens to this podcast is like, who the fuck is that?
Well, Richard Attenborough, for all you youngins, is Hammond from Jurassic Park. And
You can tell who Sir Richard Attenborough is. Right?
and David, his brother, is still alive, is the guy that does all your
Nature
Blue Earth
documentaries.
and Planet Earth docs
Yep,
and
yep.
stuff like that. But it's a World War II. They're all officers, and I guess the rule was you don't kill officers, POWs. So they put them on the camp, and like they know they're going to escape. Like they brought them there, and Steve McQueen's escaped like 17 times and been caught. And Richard
And just
Attenborough's
keeps getting brought back to the same place.
He escapes twice before the Great Escape in the movie. Like him and this Irish guy, Scottish.
Is it the Great Escape because all of them escape? Is that why it's so great?
It's not that great. I don't want to spoil it, but it's not that.
Is
it's
it
not
streaming
that,
anywhere?
It was on HBO Max or Max. Sorry, yeah. And so anyway, it was a very good movie, but it's 60 years old. It was 1963, so I went a little off.
He wants to start doing movies from
Wow.
63 now.
I did not look up what 63 movies are out there, but it was fun. I mean, it's actually a kind of a
I would
fun.
like. You don't like old movies, though. You said, right?
It's not that I don't like old movies. I just don't like a lot of
I like old
Movies.
movies. like
movies.
that, though,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had a lot of those big cast World War II movies, and they're like Big Red One or
and Kelly's Heroes.
Kelly's
used-
Heroes. I watched
cast
that
was
recently.
humongous.
That's really good. Kelly's Heroes. Is that on the list, right?
It was on
Yeah.
2 of the 3 lists. So I was
wasn't not even
it
on
was-
one of the lists?
Well, one was much more recent and like foreign movie heavy,
All
and I was
right.
like, man, I'm probably not going to watch a lot of those movies. But Kelly's Heroes was on 2 of the lists.
Yeah.
But like, Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, Thin Red Line, the Roberto Benigni movie, Life is Beautiful, and like The Kid in the Striped Pajamas, which I know how that ends. I am not watching that movie. Like, I don't need to see kids getting gassed. That's fine. You can have that.
I'll watch that again.
That's it. Great Escape, good movie. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
At least an 80 on our scale. Probably better than that. But
That's nice. That's pretty good.
Dave, what do you got?
well, I started watching Silo.
Excellent.
I'm about halfway through. I really like that. That's a really good show.
Great show. And
Good story.
unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen with this writer's strike, if it's ever
Yeah.
going to come back. So many of these shows are in limbo.
I don't know. I mean, you can't spoil it for me, but I'm just wondering if they're going to find out what's outside
Did you
this
watch
season.
I watched half of it.
that? Jason,
That's
you
where I am.
started that?
I didn't start it yet. Yeah.
It's really good.
So they have a
It's
new
on-
sheriff.
It's on my list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you
I've
going to
gotten to
finish?
the new sheriff.
I'll probably finish it. Yeah.
Now, did
I
Christine
enjoyed it.
finish it?
I don't know if she did or not.
I know there's a time there where she was talking to us like we were on the same schedule, but
She kind
That
of
was a while.
transitioned to Chinese
so she's not even doing
dramas.
Korean.
Yeah. Well, yesterday I saw her watching a Korean one, but
She's doing Chinese
I've
dramas.
been hearing a lot of China, like the shra 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 kind of accent.
That you're not going to cut out.
She's making.
You're going to
a
cut out
Korean
all my shitty things I say about Staten Island, but you're not going to cut out your terrible Chinese accent.
And no, that's how I can always tell
He
the
says, like,
language.
it's almost perfect. If it's almost perfect, it's okay.
Just whenever I hear Chinese, it sounds like a lot of.
He said,
like,
"No, if you heard it
like
really,
shra,
you
shra,
think
shra.
it sounded just like it."
Yeah, but Silo is great. You'll enjoy the whole season. Great
Does
great
Rashida
cast,
Jones
too.
come back?
I can't tell you that.
See, I have to save some stuff for the strike. when we
Michelle
run
and I
out
were
of
talking
stuff.
about that the other day. Like, we'll just watch this when no shows come back in 2024, and we'll just watch it then. But Silo won't be one of them because we watched it all.
Well, we'll have House of Dragon. That'll get to come back at least.
Which Angelica was talking to me about that at work today. Like, she's like, "Oh yeah,
She
the British
watches-
people don't care about the strike." And I'm
They
like,
can't.
"It's a different union."
They
I
can't
think,
do
but
it. They would they would be arrested if they were to strike along with this union.
I don't understand how any of that works because I'm sure a lot of those British people were in SAG also.
Maybe they.
Because if you do something in America, I guess you're in SAG, right? You just have to.
I
be.
don't know how. I mean,
I don't know how.
Yeah,
any of
and
that works.
then what? Only Murders in the Building is coming back.
Oh, really?
next August 1st.
But I think that was
Oh,
already done.
exciting.
Before the
It
strike.
was
I think
that,
that's
yeah.
what
August
happened
1st.
there.
That's like soon. Wow, I didn't even
Yeah.
know that was coming back.
That's a great show.
I
That
like
is a great show
yeah.
also.
I'm into that.
Did you
Yeah,
watch all of it? You're all caught up?
yeah. I'm looking forward to
How about
season
you?
3.
No, I haven't
Okay,
seen that.
because it ended on
But
a
you love Selena
cliffhanger.
Gomez.
I love her
do.
too.
I absolutely
Yeah.
love her.
And how do you not love Steve Martin and Martin Short?
I like all.
And Nathan Lane for that
Yeah,
matter.
Nathan Lane's really good at it.
That'll be one of the strike shows.
Yeah, no, I highly recommend that show. That is a fun show, and
Well written.
And the other person that's going to be in this new season, I assume, because he was in the last like couple minutes of the final show. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, okay.
They flash forwarded to that person getting killed.
Oh,
and then-
yeah. It's and Meryl Streep's in it
Yeah.
also
Meryl Streep,
this
yeah.
season.
That's so
Right?
cool.
Yeah, I forgot you.
She needs work, you know.
So
Like
now-
all the people on the
so now
planet
she's
that
coming over
doesn't need to work.
She's going to get an Emmy now, right?
I'm sure she.
'Cause this is TV,
I'm
right?
sure she had one by accident or something like that already.
I was going to say she's got enough nominations and actual Oscars, right? So
Yep.
what about
Brian.
you?
So the only thing, I started a new Korean show, but I'm only a few episodes in. It's called Crazy Love.
But it's already the best show ever, right?
Is Crazy
No,
Love
it's
one
not
word
the
or
best
two?
one. One word or 2 words.
Okay.
But it's about this woman who works for a superstar instructor, guy who tutors kids, but he's super famous and he owns this company, and she's his secretary, but he's brutal to her. Terrible.
I feel like you've described this already. I really do, man. Like this sounds familiar.
Well, this part I haven't told you yet. So
They
then
fall in love.
she finds out she has a brain.
He has to give her his bone marrow.
They find out she has a brain tumor, so she decides
you
to
go.
quit. But she decides she's going to kill him before she quits. But she shows up to kill him, decides not to, and he hates onions. Like he would yell at her about if onions got in his food, and she just dumped a big bag of onions in his house and scared him. And then they fought and everything. And he ends up someone else who hates him
Is this like
ran
an
him over
SNL
with a
skit?
car. And then when she felt, bad what she did, so she came back and found him half dead in the road. And when he came out,
Did the
he
car
had-
have onions on the wheels or anything?
no. But when he came out of his coma, he had amnesia.
Was it an onion coma?
But it
He didn't
turned
have any
out
superpowers, did he? Could he tell like people's futures and shit
No,
like that?
no.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Onion takes the superpowers away.
But anyway, so she pretends like she's his fiance, so she can torture him, and
Oh,
she's
while
like
you were sleeping.
feeding him onions,
Yeah, right, yeah.
and stuff, and fish. He hates fish, and she's making fish and stuff. And then, but turns out he actually didn't have amnesia. He was pretending to have amnesia so they could draw out the guy who ran him over, and that's kind of where I'm at now.
It actually sounds kind of interesting.
I don't think
I
so.
want the American version of that or the British version. I'll take that.
I don't think it sounded interesting.
Oh, I thought
I thought
double
it- I
crosses.
thought it got
and
weird
things
there.
like- yeah, weird's good.
Oh yeah, it's very
Weird's
weird, but
good.
it's good.
I mean, it's better than almost anything you've described before.
Wait, did you
for
want to ask him
Korean
a
shows.
question?
Do you want to talk about that now?
Yeah.
Did you watch Cujo last week?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
We got the feeling that you didn't watch it. You had no sound bites. You didn't participate a lot.
You were very quiet.
I was just dreading doing another podcast.
Are you dreading this one?
No, this is a good
We
week.
gave you a good time.
It's a
We
week-
only did one
week
this week, so
difference,
we were
yeah.
okay.
Oh, is that one of those 2 week?
So it's like when
I
I was going to do the, sound bites, I was just like, I'm not doing sound bites.
okay.
But
You
then
watched it though, huh?
I
It
did
makes
watch
sense.
it.
Sorry, yeah, because we felt like you didn't watch it, and I was like, it's fine if you didn't watch it, but I like when he watches it because you participate more.
I did. I
And
made
you
a
felt
few
like you didn't
comments.
participate but you didn't participate as much.
D. Wallace slutting around.
Yeah, but you could have said that without watching it too.
Actually, D. Wallace is a slut in every movie.
Apologies to D. Wallace. We'd like to have you on the podcast.
She's a scream queen. We need her.
I'll bring extra green crack if D. Wallace comes on.
How about you
Oh.
talking about your other stuff that you got last night? Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, yesterday, I went to Barnes and Noble in Clifton, New Jersey. Andy came along with me, so you could say
I
it was
drove. Jason came along with me.
You told me to tell the story, dude. We went to the Barnes and Noble in Clifton, New Jersey. There was a book signing by the comedian / actor comedian Joey Diaz. It was for 6:00. We got there a little early, so we were hanging out. We were about the 8th or 9th people in line. And Joey came walking in around 5:35 was it? I guess it was. And he's standing over there talking. He just came in the front door, just carrying a couple bags and everything, And he gets swarmed by the people that work there.
There were a lot of people working there.
Yeah.
Like 20, 30 people working in a Barnes & Noble. Like, what?
It was an awful lot.
You can't run a Barnes & Noble on 3 people?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there was that one guy who pretended to be working there. That was all. That was a little awkward.
He had no identification. He was telling us where to go, though.
Yeah, it was weird.
Michelle's cooking, by the way. I can smell it. So if you're smelling
That's what I was just going to
something,
say. Do you guys smell that?
Yeah.
It doesn't smell
It's
as
cooking.
bad as that
At least
broccoli.
she's cooking. At least she's
She might be
cooking.
cooking. She might have just started.
Uh-oh.
Be on the lookout in case broccoli comes into the play. Yeah. So as he was walking by, I was like, Joey, you got that laughing gas? And laughing gas is Joey Diaz's strain of weed that he has. out in California, there's a shop called the Ice Cream Shop, and they sell weed, and he has his own strain. It's got his face on the label and everything. And he's like, he made like a laugh when I said it, and then so we finally get up to it's our turn up there, and I get up there, and I'm telling him, I was like, Joe, where's the laughing gas? I live here in Jersey. I said, and I can't get it, and he's like, oh man. And he says to me, and I was like, I really want to try it, and he reaches down and he said, you think I'm not going to come prepared, motherfucker? Or he said, think I'm not going to come prepared, motherfucker? And he reaches down and he pulled out 2 pre-rolls in plastic and handed them to me.
Wow.
Yeah. So he signed my book. Why didn't he give you any weed?
I didn't ask.
You should have said,
but he probably knew my reputation.
You should have said, I'll take a couple, but you could have gave them to me.
That's true.
He gave you 2. One was for Andy.
I walked up there and he's like, this dude don't know if I fucking need it. I'm like, yeah.
Well, what did he say to you when you got up there?
Did he say something like, well, I asked, can I come around and take a picture with you? He's like, that's what you're fucking here for. I'm like, okay. I'm like, sorry, man.
Then I took a shower.
Oh, you took a shower for you. You can hug me if you want to.
Well, that's what, like, Jason is cheek to cheek with them, and it looks like you're afraid
That's
he's going to rape you.
I'm too tall. I can't.
He had just told me you had the weed too, so I was really happy.
Yeah.
I would have had to bend all the way down, so I just kind of like was hovering over him. That's close enough.
We just bought books for 2 book signings we're going to be doing in September.
If I survive my Italian vacation.
Oh,
September. The first one is
11th or
Matthew
something like that?
McConaughey.
Oh.
He has a children's book out, so we're going to go see him. Get our
Hopefully
picture-
the children are there.
It's an autographed book, and we'll get our picture taken with him. And the other one is Kelly Kapowski, Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Oh.
Yeah.
She wrote a book?
I guess
I'm sure
so.
someone wrote a book for her.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just going.
I mean, most of these
I'm just going to get my
famous
picture taken
people's
with her, and
books
I can
are
stand
written by
next to her
someone
and say Kelly Kapowski. Hello there, or Valerie Malone.
Oh.
Was that her Beverly Hills name?
Yeah. Yep.
Brady and Connor are with their book signing tonight, right?
For Pierce
tomorrow.
Brown, yeah. The
They got
Red
the one
Rising
tomorrow,
book signing.
right?
Yeah, they're in
Two,
D.C.
right?
They
Or
went down
DC
to
today?
DC tonight to do the book signing tomorrow.
Connor's going to invite him to his wedding.
Connor is flying to Denver on Saturday with your daughter.
This is an
I'm
awesome
telling you
story.
this like you don't know this.
The story you told me last night.
Connor
is
is
awesome.
flying to Denver. So they're spending some time in Denver. Then they're flying back to Tulsa or Oklahoma City.
Is it Tulsa or Texas? I don't know.
Duluth.
It's in Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma.
He said it's a $10 flight. And Pierce Brown, the guy that they're going to the book signing tomorrow, it's like the Red Rising convention.
Oh.
And they're going to the convention. And then he's
So
going
is
to
there
get
other
more
people
shit
that
signed.
are going to be at this convention?
I don't know. I asked Connor, like, so this is all about like Red Rising, or is this like a wizard world or something like that? And he's like, I'm going there to get Pierce Brown to sign my book. I'm like, all right, dude. I'm like, I get it, man. I don't
That's
know.
what he's doing
Tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, but the rule at the one tomorrow is that you have to buy the book there, or they're only signing the new book.
Oh, okay.
That one in Oklahoma is
He'll sign
whatever you
everything.
throw in front of him will sign for, I'm sure, a fee. But the best part about the whole story is that the Denver to Oklahoma City flight, or Tulsa, whatever it is $10.
No, the best part of the story is he's already got the book like 3 times.
Oh, well,
and he has to buy it a 4th
The
time
new
now.
book, the new book he got like early on his Kindle, and then he also bought it pre-sale on Amazon. It hasn't arrived yet. And then he found out there was like the Barnes & Noble exclusive that had the posters in it, and bought that one. And then he found out that the signing that they're going to tomorrow night, you have to buy it there. So that's 4 copies already that he's bought of that book.
The 2 Barnes and Noble ones showed up yesterday. And
Oh, they came already?
And
Okay.
he's like, the only difference is a sticker. That's a terrible Connor.
Oh, no, it was pretty good.
I have to pause for a minute before I say it.
Connor's real. He's down here.
That's true.
Talks like this.
Yep,
How you doing,
it's slow.
man?
And you got to take a deep breath. The only difference between these books is the sticker.
Now you might be Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now, man. I don't know.
That's true.
I got let me run through some shit here, because like Justified season, or Justified City Primeval, whatever it's called, the new Justified show. I don't know if I've talked about that yet, but it
You
just
started to,
dropped
I
on
think. Yeah.
FX. Timothy Oliphant, Boyd Holbrook, Keith David, It's awesome. It's only 3 episodes in. Good stuff. But it's like Justified ended like 8 years ago or something like that. This is
a continuation?
It is a continuation, yeah.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I
Timothy
didn't watch the first
Oliphant
one.
is at his all-time hotness. He's just so cool.
He
I
is
love him.
cool.
And then the only other thing I said that I already watched was Foundation. I'm all the way caught up on Foundation. That might be the best show ever made on television, price-wise. Like every dollar that they spent on that show is on screen.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. Like sometimes you watch like a Star Trek or a Star Wars and it looks kind of cheap. This show never ever looks cheap. It looks so good. And the story is also good.
Yeah.
And Lee Pace is naked sometimes with his ass hanging out as he's fighting.
I'm 6 episodes in on my rewatch.
Of season
You
1.
said you were going to do season 1
Yeah.
rewatch, right? Yeah.
How many episodes is it?
10, I think.
10? Yeah. And this one's 3 or 4 into the second season. And it's so good.
It's
is
weekly.
Yeah. This is Apple.
That's on Apple.
Apple. It's so good.
It's good.
It's like brainy sci-fi. It's not silly sci-fi.
I got to watch this week's Hijack. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch that yet either. Yeah. Anybody? Dave?
I'm good.
No.
All right. I'll run through some shit.
I said all mine. Yeah.
All right. Mission Impossible 3. I watched it because I'm doing Mission Impossible rewatch. It's the worst one. It's Philip Seymour Hoffman is the bad guy. And Michelle went away to Niagara Falls this weekend. So I had a lot of time to myself. So I was like, that's why I watched Great Escape, Mission Impossible 3.
Wait, you didn't like that one?
It's the weakest of the Mission Impossibles. Maybe 2.
Isn't that the one where he like flies down into the room to get the
No, that's
antidote or whatever?
The first one's the one where he like hangs over like in this one. He what's the big stunt in this one? It wasn't good. And Philip Seymour Hoffman, as much as I think he's a great actor, he's just a grumbly guy. There was a lot of masks in this.
That I
Tom Cruise
remember.
pretends to be Philip Seymour Hoffman at one
Yeah.
time, and
He was probably doing a lot of fentanyl at the time.
maybe. But for new shit, Futurama is back.
Oh, I saw the first episode. I forgot about
Yes. All of a sudden, the other day, I got an alert on my phone like Futurama's back. I'm like, but is it back?
On what?
It is back. It's on Hulu. And it's like actually advertised as being on Fulu. That's their 2023 version of
Yeah.
Hulu. And it's just so funny because when Futurama ended, it ended in 2012, 13, whatever it ended. This takes place. It just says now it's
They were frozen for 10
now,
years.
now it's 3023 and
And everybody's back, right?
and everybody's back. John DiMaggio
Joe-
came back.
Joel,
Joe.
he gets
John,
top
right?
billing.
Is it Joel-
John
John?
DiMaggio came back to do Bender, and all the voices are back. And it was a really good episode. It was fun. I mean, I was kind of like, it's Futurama. I'm going to watch it anyway, but it was also a very, very good episode. I was glad to watch it. And the other thing I watched, I just looked at
That explains. I don't know if you guys play video games, but Fortnite is doing a crossover with Futurama.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, they just dropped that this week.
Like the characters are in
you
the
can
show?
you can buy the skins. You can buy Bender, Leela, and Fry.
What do you work for Fortnite?
I wish.
Me too.
Be rich.
Yeah,
So,
that guy that sold Fortnite made billions.
I just want to make sure I get this word right when I say this. Atomic. Did anybody watch Invincible?
Oh yeah, Atomic, the girl.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw that. I haven't watched
Oh,
it
the
yet.
the animated.
It's animated. It's what's his face from Walking Dead wrote it.
Kirkman,
Robert Kirkman. Richard Kirkman? Robert Kirkman.
Robert.
Kirkman wrote this comic, and the first season was awesome. I don't know if who watched
First
it.
season was great.
The first
Yeah.
season was great, and they just dropped a one-off episode the other day with what the hell's her
Atomic
name?
Jen or
Or is it Atomic Eve?
Atomic Eve.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
it, yeah.
So it's all about her, but it's a great episode, and it's just so fun that they dropped the one. And again, like I was on Amazon, I'm like, is this a trailer for something? Like what? No one does a good job of advertising their shit. The biggest problem I have with all streaming services is no one knows how to advertise.
Yeah.
No.
Netflix just throws shit out there. No one cares. nothing I've said tonight had Netflix attached to it because I haven't even clicked on that in weeks. I pay for it, but I haven't clicked on it. But
You know what I've been clicking on a lot lately?
I know.
I've been clicking on Spreaker because that's where you can get our podcast. And everywhere else you download, rate, subscribe, review, do all those fun things. We're the exciting and new podcast over there on all our socials. I'm the Jazoo on Instagram, Jazoo74 on Twitter. This has been the exciting and new mini podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Andy, AEGonzo1 on Twitter, AEGonzo1970 on Instagram, and the Microsoft one. Or not Microsoft one, Facebook one. What's that called?
Threads.
Threads. Yeah, no one's on that.
And I'm
I think
Brian,
the hype's over.
Papa Bad Kitty.
I'm Dave. Shimp the Great on Xbox.
That's right.
An Xbox or Logan was the PlayStation one. That's awesome. We have different kinds of things.
I like that.